We'll get the drainage committee meeting started. I'll let the record reflect that all are present except for Mr. Fonville. First item, update on lower drainage, lower Texas drainage project. You have an update on that, Mr. Charles?
No, I believe it's starting at 10.
There was some communication that came today about they had some difficulty in obtaining the permits to move the large equipment. It's gonna push them back a few days. They sent a revised schedule up
I
today.
hadn't been up yet.
That's for the Himalaya?
Yes. Any action on that one that you're aware of?
That's it, let's continue moving on with it, let's get them going.
Next item, update on my Ray drainage project.
Anything?
You have anything you want to bring on that one?
It's in the process.
You want to talk about what you received from Providence?
I didn't get anything yet, unless it's in here.
It's in the package.
Oh, yeah, but I hadn't seen this stuff. Looking there right now, all the lights.
It's under D1,
What is it?
D1.
At the front, D1.
Yeah, right. Well, there's number one, man. It looks good. Like
You see the price?
yeah.
Mr. Bro, didn't last meeting, you wanted to go get pumps and clean the canal? And you rejected the study from GIS?
We get the pumps. We
But
didn't exclude
Didn't
the pumps.
you,
We have enough money for the pumps in this.
but last meeting you didn't want to do the study, you wanted to do the
I
pumps
know,
and clean.
but they said, we went along with the pumps too, in case something happens. I don't want the people to flood. There's gonna be backups, really. But hopefully we don't need the pumps after it's all done right.
No.
If it's cleaned out completely, the system, it should be natural drainage.
It's a bowl, it will not go
Well, that's
uphill.
what you think and say.
It's been like that for 100 years. What, all of a
200.
sudden you think it's gonna
200,
change?
it didn't change.
It's a waste of money to do this study.
I'm not wasting any money, all
Did
right?
y'all talk to any of the farmers or the people that work
We
that
gotta
land?
get it done, damn it. We're gonna get it
It's just a
done.
waste of money.
No, it's not a waste of money.
Alright.
It's my money, all right? It's not being wasted. I'll take off my pocket paper. Damn it, if I have.
Hey, like you talking.
on record.
We're not wasting money.
Where's money coming from?
There's a lot of damn money being wasted over here, if you look around.
Okay, so what action you want to take?
I wanna take action on it, let's go.
What action do you want to take?
Wait, hold
We
on,
gotta move it.
hold on. Before you take action, we accepted the scores from a RFQ. You rejected to move on this project for this study.
Mhm.
You can't just go pick a firm.
Why not?
No,
Money.
the highest scorer for it, retracted.
Oh, okay, well, I didn't know that. When they did that.
No,
the
that's-
next high score?
Yes.
Yeah, retract.
Right, yes, Providence was the next highest scorer.
Okay, all right, okay, now you can, now if that's what you wanna do, you can do.
That's
it.
why I'm with these people and they're here tonight.
All right.
Mr. Bro, the only thing is we're gonna need something official from GIS revoking, because we don't have that yet. We can't
That's
take
right.
action until you get an official revoke.
We can't activate this proposal.
I wanna get. this
Pending,
done. I wanna
because
get it.
You can do it subject to, I guess.
Yeah, you could do it subject to you getting a actual letter
Let's
of.
move with it. It's too damn late now.
So let's be specific on what you want to move with.
I wanna move with this, firm that's got it now, let's go with it.
But,
They have a
so,
good proposal. They had from the start.
all right, so you're putting a motion forward that we engage Providence to perform
Right.
the hydraulic study pending the revocation of GIS's offer to provide engineering services.
Okay, all
So
right.
that was 150 some odd thousand.
So this was 115.
Yeah. A hell of a lot cheaper.
Okay, so motion by Mr. Bro,
Yes.
A second.
second by Mr. Patero. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. So, Tawanda, we're gonna have to do the, cost analysis on the proposal to make sure so that we can,
Well, if the higher one was cost reasonable, then the lower one is definitely gonna be cost
well,
reasonable.
I just know we have to follow that process, right? To make sure, because I don't think the other one actually went through the
We didn't do
the
the
cost
cost,
analysis.
well, we did, we had went through cost analysis of Maurice. Yeah, we had
Okay.
did a cost analysis because they had.
Yeah, because we were
proposal.
ready to sign the contract, so,
Okay,
yeah, we just need this letter from GIS.
okay. Next item, discuss allocation of evasive funds and actual spending of funds.
Again, talking to Melissa, she said Kim put this
I'm
on the
assuming
agenda.
that Kim put this on the agenda because it's in her folder right here, but she did not. And Ron asked me to put together this schedule for him, which I did. That kind of shows where we at in spending the non-bond and bond, go make some money. And there are some notes to the side as far as the projects that I knew the status of them. The rest of them, I'm really not sure what the status of them are.
Highlighted in yellow means what?
They highlighted in yellow is projects that Public Works is in charge of doing. The ones highlighted in gray are our completed projects.
You have another copy that Melissa?
And I don't know that we have any action on it to take tonight, but what I would like you to do, Brian, is maybe go through these pumps, because I know some of them were kind of old, some got replaced.
I have a
I've
list that I
noted the
created.
changes. I've noted the changes.
Actually, I took Miss Melissa's
Okay,
spreadsheet and I meant to bring it, and it has all the updated, where we at, how many's been swapped, what's been done. It's an updated list. I'll email it to everybody
Or
tomorrow.
you'll have something to close out to go in the
Right.
grant to.
So some of the pumps have been installed, you just haven't reported them? to
Yeah,
me?
because they haven't done the startup yet, but the ones that are reported that were new, that those already been started up. And what I took your list, your Excel spreadsheet, and I created some other lines for in service, out of service, what ward it is, and where we at in the project.
anyone have any action item? On this agenda item?
So at some point in time, whenever y'all ready for it, the ones that are highlighted in gray that have balances on them, that funding can be deobligated from those particular projects. Some of them are just minimum, but there are a couple of them. that are-
How much are we still paying on the penalty? Having these funds?
I know the one that we did. I don't know that she got the report back yet as to what would be owed to the IRS. I know we paid them to do it, but
We'll do it. Ask the question.
And also, Melissa, can y'all check the, allocations for Joel Mall?
yes, sir.
I think that allocation should be 1.2, but double check.
So on non-bond, I see you have 250,000,
Okay,
and on bond is where you have the other million.
all right, that's it then. All right.
No further action, we can go on the next item. Request approval for drainage project at 216 Louisa Street in Ward 1.
This project involves the replacement of some collapsed culverts. Project will improve the drainage for residents. The estimated cost total is $2,515. It's within a parish, right away. Ward line.
Is that right with them?
And it, definitely needs to be done. All the water off of Louisa Street, has to flow through there, it's almost to the end. So it definitely needs to be done.
Motion by Mr. Carter. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Mathern, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for the president to sign the following CEAs for public works projects. Juanita Abear, Ward 8, Troy Tapia, Ernest Landry Jr., Ward 9, Cody Roderick, Ward 9.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Mathern.
Second.
Second by Mr. Patero. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for culvert installation at 146 Pecan Street, Ward 6.
You got that, Steve. Replacement of, one collapsed culvert, it's 20 foot by 18 PDW. 5 estimated parish labor and miscellaneous materials, estimated project total $769. Projects in the parish right away of Ward 6. So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Mathern, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for culvert installation.
That's a
Sorry,
duplicate.
7 is a duplicate of 4.
Yeah.
We'll scratch that one.
That's great.
Next item, request approval to purchase flange and discharge pipe for, is it 4 Andrea Street?
400 Street. New pump installation, you got it, Howard?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes. No approval to purchase in Andrea Street.
If you read it, the Landry Street new pump install piping and plan.
That's gonna be everything to flange up.
Yes,
Make it-
I listed it all right there.
Yeah. 2,000. You take that out my drainage. Motion.
What was the price?
2,000.
$4,070.30.
All right, motion by Mr. Patero. Second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Motion adjourned by Mr. Carter. Second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Call the order of the Finance Committee meeting. Let the record reflect all members are present except for Mr. Ponville. Item 1, request approval of list of bills submitted through November 7th, 2025.
So
Motion by Mr. Alcorn, second by Mr. Nakam, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Consider freeze on all travel for 2026.
Kind of looked at this, I don't think we need across the board freeze, I think we need to do it like we're doing now. Case by case basis. If Baton Rouge and y'all, we drive back and forth, we can just look at that. You know, there might be some certification somebody may need, you know, so. I think you need to be more conscious of what we're doing and we just take it as a case to case basis, so
Yeah,
that's
So,
my recommendation.
right, maybe it's I don't know if we have any travel that's reimbursed that's not pre-approved by the jury, but
Should not.
well, to go to conferences and stuff, but just, you know, mileage for traveling for stuff. I don't know if that's included in here. You know, for reimbursement, you know, I don't
We
know.
don't really reimburse anybody for mileage, because we use police train vehicles. to
Yeah.
go
Okay.
places.
My recommendation, just
I support that.
yeah.
She just put it on there.
That's in effect now, so they were like it is, because we're approved.
Right.
She put it on the agenda as a means of trying to save the general
I
fund
know.
budget.
I get it.
now, we just, get
So no action on item 2. Request approval for jurors to attend police jury conference in Lake Charles in March 2026.
I put that on there. I mean, we come right on the one. I just recommend that the jury only pay for.
We pay the rest of the expense.
Yeah, we pay the rest of
The
it.
gas and all that, just for the room.
No $60 or whatever it is per diem for food or whatever we allow. We won't claim that. We only just ask just for the jury to rum only.
Mileage, no mileage?
No,
No
no.
Rum
No
only.
mileage, no food.
That's my recommendation on that. We get a lot out of that conference.
And the jury pays for the registration, juror? each juror pays for their own registration for the conference?
I don't know what the fee is. Right on. No, the jury pays for the registration and rum only.
Well, I'd like us to consider where, you know, that each juror covers their own expenses if they want to go to the conference, including hotel and registration, just something for us to consider. If you'd like to make the motion that we go ahead and go forward with it, but my position is if a juror wants to go, I think we,
Also to.
trying to cut back, I think we cover our own expense.
Also to, there was a couple of us that attended the Region 3 meeting. And I think for about 1 or 2 years now, we've been a part of NACO, which is the National Colonies of Association. And they are hosting the national conference in New Orleans this year. Guy Cormier have reached out and will be reaching out to all 64 parishes that is a part of the Police Jury Association. To be a part of that, they're gonna have a lot going on, as pertains to the state of Louisiana. And, I would hate for us to not, be, a part of that. So just wanted to just throw that out there, cause that came out of the Region 3 meeting. But I'll go ahead and support your motion, Jeff.
Yeah, my motion is that the jury pays for the rum and registration fee only.
All right, there's a motion on the floor by Mr. Nakane,
So,
seconded by Mr. Alcorn, that the jury pay for, registration and, hotel room for the conference.
Yes,
All in favor?
you got a second? There you go.
Yeah, second, Mr.
Aye.
Opposed? I'm opposed to that one.
Do y'all have a date for that conference?
which one?
March 3rd, 4th, something like that.
Motion carried. Number 4, update from ADA regarding CEA on the jury room Zoom equipment.
Yes, gentlemen, the good news is, LRA agreed to, as a good faith gesture, pay the $500 software renewal for the Zoom license. The bad news is all of their funds for this particular grant are depleted. So I did have a conversation with the CEO, at the end of October. He did agree that if they got supplemental funds at any point that we could revisit this. But he did request that we pause, any additional requests for the future. And I can't really debate that with him. He did state that the maintenance agreement that we put forward, I think it was almost in excess of $5,000 he said they didn't utilize that for their entity, nor any of the other entities that they provided equipment for. It's just a difficult time right now. So if something does happen to the equipment, Mr. Claymont will bring it to the attention of the jury, and then we'll decide kind of how we're gonna handle it from there. So that is the update as I have it.
All right.
Good enough.
No action needed at this time.
Thank you. Next item, discuss and request approval to purchase key fobs for all parish vehicles.
Yes, I'll put this on the agenda. So if you look, there's a geo-tab sheet that I have that I'm giving each one of y'all. I just basically printed the email, gave a cost estimate, and it would be multi-departments throughout. So we actually have about 40, right at 40 vehicles altogether. Now, I wanted you to consider, so I did a little calculation, and this is where it comes in. Based on the engine size of the vehicle, we actually burn about 0.75 gallons per hour with the air conditioning running. And there's roughly about 10 vehicles that are idle 50% of the time. And if you calculate that, it's about $28,800 a year in fuel expenses that we spend on just guesstimating 10 trucks at 50% of idle time based on 5 hours a day. So what the key fob does is it logs the person into the truck when they enter it. And if that person turns it off and another person drives that truck, they click it and it's gonna enter them into the vehicle. So it also eliminates some of the, well, I wasn't driving the truck or he was driving the truck. It'll tell you who was driving the truck. Also, we have to manually put in vehicle mileage logs. Well, it eliminates that because it calculates each person in and out the vehicle, and where they go in the locations. So it kind of does away with every month you just press print and it gives you a report. There's many other things that it does, for the system. There's some other parishes that I talked to that use it. They really like it. You can do efficiency reports on it. You can do all kind of things with it. I would like to get this approved so that we can put it in our system. The total cost for it was $8,142.28. But we would have to, divide the calculation between departments. Cause you got several departments that be utilizing this. And also, when we looked at some of the vehicles, some of our geotab installations weren't appropriate according to the guy. He sent a video, so we'd have to go back and revamp it. That also includes them coming and install it properly. So we don't have this situation where it vibrates and it comes disconnected. And then Miss Melissa calls me and says, hey, that geotab's not working. So we're trying to eliminate some of that. But I think it'd be a great asset to our employees because they no longer have to deal with the day-to-day logbooks and every time you travel and in and out, it'll track it.
We won't stop it from hollering it, but.
No, but it'll tell you. Cause we can actually set on a parameter. If the truck idles more than 10 minutes, which is called watchdog, it sends you an alert and says, hey, that vehicle's idling more than 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Situational, cause I mean, sometimes you may or may not have that situation. But several of them, Big Daddy, 50% of the time, I did an efficiency report on one vehicle. And 5 hours was driving and 3 hours was working. So I said, well, that'll kind of calculate what it is when you start doing that type of stuff.
That's fine, and Dan, I understand the cost savings, you follow me, but at the end of the day, the man, you gotta be strict.
Oh, yeah.
You can
And
be.
look, the guy told me, he said, to really monitor this system, you really need somebody sitting behind it all day long. So it's not gonna be a everyday thing, you know, it'll be, you go look at it and see what's going on, cause it gets 1,000 emails a day for no seatbelt, but that could be 5 seconds. You backing up and if we didn't click it on, then it'll alert. That's in the parking lot most of the time.
Is there any monthly cost on this, just, Ron?
Well, that's the total for the year. It's, per vehicle, 6534, the bag of the key fobs. You know, actually, looking at Miss Melissa, he didn't give us an additional monthly cost to it.
So,
Unless the 6435 is just an upfront cost for the entire year.
so what will we be getting in addition to what we have now? Just
That's what I'm telling you is, so if an employee goes to a vehicle, he scans his file, it logs him into that vehicle.
But right now, all the idling time and stuff can be monitored now.
Yes,
It's
it
just
wasn't,
You
but
don't
now-
know who was responsible for driving at that
We
time.
weren't doing it before, until last Friday, I had a meeting with a guy, and he actually showed me how that portion of the system works and what it looked.
But you could do that now. You're
Now
just
you
not
can
sure
do
who
it, yes,
should.
I can print the reports now,
The only thing that the key fob would do would be to let you know who was driving the vehicle at that time.
that's right, it's gonna log in and out.
Complete the logs automatically instead
It's
of
gonna
manually.
complete the logs and keep a more accurate record on it. Cause I mean, we've been fighting this for many, many years,
Everybody's assigned a truck, correct?
not everybody. But even if a person's assigned a truck, they can go to a job site, and if there's 4 people there, and that guy's on the job doing something, and somebody else takes the truck and goes over here, well, you know, you need to know who's driving the truck, cause he might say, oh, I didn't wreck it, well, the other guy did, or vice versa, or what happened, you know? Just wanna make sure
Completing
that
the log before they take it for that route.
it's not, it's supposed to, but it's paper logs. And that's why a lot of these parishes went to this, because it's hard to keep up with that. And we haven't, I'll be honest with you, on a daily basis. Everybody writes in the morning, writes out in the afternoon, if that's the way it goes. It's a more effective process.
Yeah, so I think the thing that we just need to look at is it, if we're gonna expand our monitoring, if we went to cameras, then you know who was driving it there too.
I'm not gonna be in agreement with the camera stuff.
What you scared of,
No, I'm not scared of nothing, because I don't have nothing to hide.
right?
But,
So what's the price of cameras versus?
well, I wasn't able to get a price for the camera stuff. I don't know, Justin, you remember what it was?
A lot.
It was around 10,000. It was around 10,000 whenever it was brought to us last time.
I'm
looking at the emails and the files of one-time cost.
$5 one-time cost.
Was that?
$5 one-time cost.
So,
I thought I said this a monthly cost before we went further.
so what's the,
$5 one-time cost.
what's the 5,292? That's to reinstall the tracking, the geo tracking that's in there now?
That's based on 42 trucks. No, that's the install for all of it. For the fobs and, to reorganize and restructure and secure the ones that are in existence.
So,
42 vehicles.
So we have a price of $65.34
I counted that off the list,
for
Paul.
an additional device that needs to go in each
42.
vehicle?
6,500.
No, I'm looking on the first sheet. I'm just trying to make sure that we understand what this costs. So the 28 is for the fobs and the devices that scan it?
That's for the fobs and the per vehicle cost for the readers. Because the fobs come with a reader, they gotta be plugged in. It's an additional accessory.
Hold on a second, what's your point, Paul?
I think when you look at our list and see how many vehicles we got actually on the road in that 42 count, a lot of them might be sitting idle ready for auction. I don't think. we
There's
got
only
40.
3 vehicles total that's sitting at the dump right now.
I think they took the GPS out of it.
Most all of the ones that went for auction are gone and the GPS are removed.
Is it
So
with
you
40?
saying we have 42 with
I counted
geotags in
42
them
on
now?
the. No, there's not, we gotta get some more. We have 42 vehicles total. Some of the newer vehicles have to be geotagged ordered for them.
Anything I think, but that's it.
I know we have 37 per the bill, but I know we have several vehicles, the newer vehicles that do not have them in there yet either.
And it's 40 is what it comes with, so I figured we would start with the 40. And then see where we at, because we do have some vehicles, 3 vehicles sitting at the Ezekiel site that's gonna go up for auction. A bunch of them have already been dispersed of.
Too, so. See what falls.
I'm not opposed to having the key fobs because we need to know who was in the vehicle for disciplinary reasons. 'Cause-
It's happened before. I mean, look, they got a
I
dent in the
understand.
side of the vehicle, just because a person's assigned the vehicle, don't mean he's the guy that the dent happened to.
If you leave your fob at your house that morning, you cannot drive the vehicle for that day. How does that gonna work?
He shouldn't drive it, because it's not gonna log anybody, it's gonna throw an alert and say it was never signed into.
Scenarios, 'cause I've seen
I'm
it.
telling you, if you don't slide your fob, it's gonna send an email to whoever's in the system, say that the vehicle was not started with fob access.
Okay.
So it'll still start it without the fob.
It'll start, but that's just like if somebody logs into the vehicle and they leave it running, and then another guy gets in the vehicle, it's still logged into you, so you're gonna be held responsible if they got a dent in it. You're supposed to turn the vehicle off, that's where the idling time comes in. And we're talking, that's substantial cost, that's just based on 10 vehicles, we got 37. Not all of them run all the time, but
So what happens when you get the report and somebody out of 4 hours on the job, what you gonna do with that employee?
well, you're gonna have to have a talk with them first, and then we have to write a policy also. Following this,
We ain't be no talking.
well, you
No,
know,
it'd be write-ups.
that's right, plenty of people
The
get
first
that.
one is a warning, I think is what he.
The first one you have to warn. And then we have to write a policy on it, so there's a policy following this. Because,
And I understand the cost savings,
oh yeah,
but we got to enforce it.
that's right. No, I
It
get
gotta
it,
be enforced.
Take advantage of the cost savings.
yeah,
You gotta
you
follow.
just gotta have a policy for it, so that the employees are aware of it.
Yeah, I mean, it don't make no sense for trucks to be out on the job at all. That ain't my truck, ain't my gas.
That's right.
That's the attitude, unfortunately.
Like I said, I was just doing a generalization because me and the guy had a meeting about it and he explained a lot of things that I was unaware that could
So
actually
your
happen.
calculations on 10 units.
That's just 10 units.
And there's a one-time, I see again, it's a one-time pay.
Justin just read the email, it's one time for the file.
We ain't gotta pay nothing, a month and nothing, for
So as he said,
That's what it is, one time cost.
that was my only question.
Regardless, the most important thing is that it takes the away from, if something does happen to the vehicle, we know who's driving at the time. Or if that person allows somebody else to drive.
Well, our fuel costs, if we approve this thing, I mean, I like to look at the fuel cost savings in 6 months.
Oh, yeah, we'll print the reports.
You know what I'm saying?
But we can do the fuel savings now. We don't
Yeah.
need the fobs. You write up the
You
person
can do
that's
the fuel
driving the truck,
savings.
they're gonna start shutting it off.
A lot of it, yeah, we can do the fuel savings now, because
I
we
mean, the
were,
geotab has lots of features that are currently not being
that's
used
correct.
or not being monitored. So you're still gonna have that issue with, no matter what we put in these vehicles, somebody's gotta have the time to look at it.
Yeah. And that's what the guy said. He said, you can peek at it daily to just kind of see what's there and see what's happening. That just so happened to be when I was learning about it the other day with a meeting and understood that feature.
So the geotab versus this one is a key fob.
But it's the same, they're integrated together. It's an integrated system.
I still think we need to consider the cost of the cameras and then you would eliminate the key fob.
Well, we table this for now. Let's go ahead and look at it, see what it is, and bring it back up. So we do.
I guess I'm gonna say it like the more you table and you table, the higher the cost goes.
Wait the first of the year.
I made a spreadsheet a couple months ago when we did it. I just don't have it with me. I didn't know we were talking about the camera.
Bring it back next meeting.
Yeah, I told somebody else that I didn't know the price of the camera, but it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I don't have nothing to hide. You put 14 cameras in the truck. Primarily for dump trucks, yes. Light duty vehicles, I don't think it's a benefit. But a dump truck, the scenario that I saw, yes. But it is what it is.
I mean, even our insurance agent told us it would be a benefit for
Yeah,
claims.
they showed, yeah.
They tell you that. They want it in a personal vehicle.
I'm
We'll
in
just wait
favor
it
of table until next meeting. If anybody wants to take action tonight, make a motion, go ahead. Otherwise, we'll table it and bring back the camera cost for next
I just
meeting.
look at it, might be feasible, so we'll see. But we need to know. Table, no action.
Next item, request approval to accept low bid on the flooring replacement at the Assumption Parish Clerk of Court office.
I provided you guys a sheet card. And, this would be contingent on, proper insurance documentation, but I've given you all the sheet on it with the current bid prices.
Oh, cool, so that's a good thing.
Nice if they went out packet.
As of this afternoon, Marshall's Interior does not have the proper workers' comp insurance as per the policy that you as a jury put into place. So I don't know if y'all want to approve it pending they have the proper insurance, and if not, to authorization for Brian to proceed with getting their insurance on the next lowest vendor.
Yeah.
What would be a reasonable time frame for them to get it in?
We were trying today. It was just
A
some minor.
What, 5 days?
Give them 5 days. 5 days.
You
The
know,
Should take
problem
that
we're
long to
having
get
with a
insurance.
lot of vendors is you as a jury has voted that all vendors that do work for the parish that come on property has to have no exclusions on their workers' comp policy, with the exception of an absentee owner, which means an absentee owner is someone who is not involved in the day-to-day operations of the business. State law allows the owners to exempt themselves from their policy, but if they come on our property and get injured, then they can make a claim on our policy, even though they have the right to exempt themselves from their own. A lot of the times, the issues we are facing with is that, it might be an office worker, the president of a company that's exempt. He may not come on our property, but he's exempt from the policy. Based on the decision that the jury made, we can't use them.
Well, you say that we as a jury made, we only made it because we were told that's the
By
direction
the
that we had to
insurance,
go.
by the
We
insurance.
we
company.
absolutely,
Yeah,
we
we had
felt
to go that
the
route.
opposite direction for sure.
Yeah.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
so,
But
I'm
that's
just saying
kind of
that
what
the
we
president
faced
of a
with this
company and the
particular
vice
company.
president,
It's the president and the vice president
mean-
that's exempted from the policy, but based on the current policy, we can't use them.
their daily operations is sitting in the office doing the books. That's what they got salesmen and people. I think it would be field personnel that's on the job performing.
the policy is what it is now. We're not changing it
Yeah,
tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if, I guess I'll entertain a motion that we accept Morshon's, interior and flooring, allowing them 5 days to get the insurance requirements straight. Failing that, we'll move to the second lowest bidder, provided their insurance is in order.
So,
Motion by Mr. Nakam,
So,
second by Mr. Alcone. All in favor?
Is that gonna be inclusive of the weekend, or it's gonna be 5 business days?
5 business days.
5 business
Okay,
days.
just making sure.
Can we get a motion to adjourn?
motion.
Motion adjourned by Mr. Alcorn,
second,
second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor?
aye.
Opposed? Finance Committee meeting adjourned.
It's 4:37. We'll get the personnel committee meeting started.
Hold on, Mike.
Per revised statutes, Brian, because of the price of this, you're gonna need some type of contract with them. You, not just the purchase order, okay?
Finance. What happened to? All right, go ahead. Look at it.
All right, 4:37, we'll get the personnel committee meeting started. Let the record show that only one absent is Mr. Ponville. Item 1, approve 4 weeks of FMLA leave for administrative assistant within the admin office.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Nakane. Second by Mr. Carter. All in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Did we not approve that?
No.
You gotta,
Why you put on the agenda?
ratify.
It's more of a matter of letting y'all know that we have an employee out of the office for that long.
Item 2, request approval to ratify hiring accountant.
Which one is this? Okay,
First
so Kim left it with me. The accountant, Ms. Krista Godin, has actually started on Monday. And she was hired at a grade 8, step 11.
We have a copy of this one?
Yeah.
Yes, no, she told me that I wasn't to give this to anybody.
What?
Sorry.
Couldn't
She
put
put it in this
packet
folder,
like
not in the pack. It's, it wasn't in the packet, I think.
And
I'm
is
sorry.
that's for the accountant that will be taking.
That's taking Paula's
spot?
place,
Paul's
yes.
spot. He actually started Monday.
And that hire is on the guidelines that we gave her.
Yes, yes, sir,
Scope of
yes.
guidelines that we gave her to do.
Yes, sir.
Yep, under,
Motion approved.
motion by Mr. Nakane,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion passed. Item 3, request approval to ratify hiring accountant, the internal auditor, that would be. Mrs.
Her note here is Miss Mindy Thibodeau, and she has been offered the job at a grade 8, step 31. She is not going to be able to start until after the first of the year. I did have a concern because there are some things that I do at the end of the year with balancing payroll before printing tax forms, that she would only have one experience of sitting with me to do. So Kim has mentioned to her or asked her if she had any vacation days left with her old company, which she said she did, and she would be willing to come sit with me while I'm doing that, if I could do it on a day when she was available to come. So she would come on a
She was
couple
all right
of
with it?
days.
Yeah.
Yes, she would
That's
come
the
on a
one
couple
Jamie
days.
sat in with Kim and myself on that.
Still within the guidelines of what we asked them
Yep.
to stay in.
Yes, sir.
Parameters.
Yes, sir. She's gonna be right below that top level at
So
which
what
y'all
would be a
offer.
hiring date? So
I
she
don't-
come and sit with you on certain days,
I think that whatever date is gonna be the first day that she would sit with
January.
me would actually be her hard date.
okay?
Probably January 5th, I would think.
No, it's gonna be
No, it's
sometime
gonna
in
be before
December.
that.
It would be sometimes in December that she
Okay.
would come sit with me, yes.
Motion approved.
Motion by Mr. Nakane,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passed.
Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Nakane.
Second.
Second by Mr. Carter, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, meeting adjourned.
We'll go ahead and get started with the Road and Bridge Committee meeting. Let the record reflect that all members are present except for Mr. Ponville. 2 items on the agenda. Number 1, update on the road overlay program. I think all of you have a file in front of you where Mr. Sabwa uploaded all the roads and all the specifications for the road program. I think he said it was putting it in a different format this year. Also too, on the update, the overlay program is still within 30-day bid as of now. And I know he had a conversation with Mr. Patero as it pertains to
Cement.
Andrew Street.
Yeah.
Andrew Street is the only street under the program that is concrete. And based off the conversation, Mr. Sawa gave the recommendation that usually when we do have that concrete road, that we bid it out different from the road from the asphalt because we get a better price. So you're in favor of that, right, Mr. Patterson?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'd like to entertain a motion to go ahead and, allow Stopwater to go out for 30-day bid for Andrew Street.
Seen it. It's just a section of the road. We've done sections in the past.
Yeah. But we always bid them separate.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
That's how they do it.
Concrete.
Concrete, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to enter.
I'll make a motion on that.
I got a motion by Mr. Mathern and a second by Mr. Bro to go ahead and go off a 30-day bid for Andrew Street, which will be a cemented street. All right,
Panels.
Seen the panel.
cement panels. Thank you, sir. All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carries. Number two, request approval for the president to sign a memorandum agreement with DOTD for temporary right-of-way access for removal of debris.
Yes, sir, I put that on the agenda.
All right.
That's a document that, we got from DOTD, and it's whenever there's if there's ever a hurricane event in the parish, DOTD will grant us a 90-day, right away in this agreement to assist them with picking up debris. They just want to get ahead of the game this year. We usually have to sign it sometimes during the, storm event. This year, they want, be proactive and allow us to sign this for the fall. And I'm actually looking at it now. I got the right to put a couple of years in it, so I'll get with Mike on it after. But it gives us the right to, enter onto their right of ways. So they just want a signature from the president.
I thought we had an agreement that we were discussing with them to have a right of way where we just have to notify them.
This is something, I'm assuming, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, because I know that might have been something with,
Well, it was through Public Works.
that was Public Works, that was this year, and this is more of storm debris with GOSEP and FEMA. This is an agreement that FEMA is asking for.
And all the reason why I'm asking is they reference storm debris whenever we talked about doing this permanent agreement. So,
I understand.
Then you can allocate so many years in your
DOTD and
agreement,
ask for
so you
your,
don't
for
have
your
to go back.
signature, we can look at it closely. I emailed it to Mike. I don't know if Mike had a chance to look at it. But it's just, it's asking, it grants us 90-day servitude agreement during the storm event.
So that still just cover us for 26.
Well, no, I'm reading more into it. It also has, we can put down the time of, we can edit in, we can add in the time of how long we want it to last for. So I'll get with Mike on that to make sure. MOA shall commence at the effective date first written above and shall remain in effect for X number of years, so you can put in a certain amount of time in there, so. But it just gives you, during the storm event, it gives you where you can go in there right away without having to do the paperwork during the event.
I just don't know that we need that now that we have the other agreement.
Well, I can make some emails and questions and see.
I want
But
you
there's,
to-
you know how the state works, just like I do, there's different parts of the state that might not communicate with each other and.
Right, but we don't want two agreements that might have conflicting language in them either.
No, well, okay. All good.
Has that one been executed, Brian, that you're aware of?
No.
And that might be why they're asking to do this one if that other one hadn't been executed.
But it was a timeline deal where we could put 2 to 3 years in it. And we just had to notify them what we were doing.
Yeah.
I'll look for it tomorrow.
One can't hurt the other one, right?
No,
I think they're separate. I think that's correct. I think this is more for storm debris. And, because this is something that, they said that, GOSEP and FEMA are requesting during from a storm event, and it may be for FEMA reimbursement, that type of stuff. So document specifically designed for, did you send a FEMA after to be reimbursed? So that might be why it's a separate form.
Can I entertain a motion to approve?
Second.
I got a motion by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? All opposed, ayes have it, motion to adjourn. Motion by Mr. Bro, second by Mr. Blanchard, meeting adjourned.
All right, our engineering grants committee in order, record reflect all committee members are present except for Mr. Pineville. First item update from GIS engineering. Charlie Moore, Bakerville, Belrose, Pineville. Other than that.
Good afternoon, Jerry. Dwayne Vayon, GIS Engineering. Regarding Joe Lamar Street, Ms. Tawanya had emailed me late this afternoon, and there was a miscommunication on the contract that I submitted. So I'd like to ask the jury for authorization for parish president to sign the contract that I'm gonna get the correct one for that project tomorrow. she's already approved the cost reasonableness that was submitted, so we could get working on design on it. The one, I guess, action item underneath that, Joe Lamar, would be the construction and the right of ways that's gonna be needed to dig out those ditches, those outfall ditches. And whether that's done in-house or we can do it as a supplemental service, I'll leave that to the parish to decide. The outfall ditches are going to have to be bigger to increase the flow.
That wasn't in the scope?
It was not in the scope, no. There was some back and forth, and that was before Mr. Blankenship had returned. I did reach out to the parish to see if we had any existing right of ways. I didn't get any response on that as far as they didn't find anything. We can revisit it, whatnot, but that's gonna be needed we can do the design, but to get to construction, so. Just asking for the parish to grant, Mr. Blanchard, to be able to sign the contract when I, get it done tomorrow, so we can get it signed.
If
The
we do
numbers
it, it's
came,
gonna
the
have to
numbers
be,
came back for the cost analysis.
What's that, I'm sorry?
What's the number, the numbers that came back for the cost?
look at item 4C.
173, 750.
Oh, it's already
Between the
on there.
residents.
Yeah, we had a separate
Oh,
item.
By
for it.
Ruben.
That's the total.
On the west side of that.
Didn't have
We dug.
If y'all approve it, it's gonna have to be pending the ADA's review of the contract also, because we haven't been able to send it to you yet.
So
Now,
the
you can
total-
get the right way, then that's something that you can do, or what?
Yeah, if the landowners will give us right, we dug some of it.
We done a
It's
lot
larger.
of it, yeah.
But if we have to dig, we'll just have to go and talk to the residents and I get some drawing from you and see.
Yeah,
What's the size of the ditch that required,
I can.
and then approach the resident with that.
I can give you a maximum width based on, but I needed the contract to actually size those culverts, to tell you exactly which ditch needs to be what size. But I can give you a maximum width that,
Yeah, cause I'd have to bring that to the residents before we could just go
Yeah.
dig this massive ditch in their yard.
yeah, and I can get that to you in the prelim set, the preliminary, design, and that'll give us some time before we finish to finalize, but it's not a major project, but, it will be moving pretty fast when we get the authorization.
Mike is the one that's doing the, on the contract pending your evaluation. All right, so I entertain a motion for the president to sign contract pending ADA approval. That's what you're asking for?
Yes, sir.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Diaz, second by Mr. Mathern, all in favor? Opposed? Bertrandville?
Bertrandville is substantially complete. Y'all should have everything. We are waiting on the signed copies, the final signed copies. I think there was a couple lingering, certified payrolls, but everything else is closed out.
No way.
The final invoice is gonna be paid with our next run of bills. It's just gonna be held until y'all tell us that y'all have that final payroll.
Yes, ma'am. I'll confirm with that, tomorrow and let you know.
Anything on Bell Rose?
Bell Rose, no action. Plottenville, I don't know if the contractor actually finished, the construction. If you can give me that end date of, when it was substantially completed, or actually, it would be beyond the substantial completion, because any work done up until the final sign off, they would have to have certified payrolls for. So if you let me know that date.
All right,
That's all we have. We received a good bit of them, so
but
It-
I think that's all you're probably gonna get. Cause as of November the 2nd, the 45-day lien period is ended.
okay.
The company has already submitted their certificate of clear lien
Okay.
to the jury. So I'm ready to close it out, baby,
As of November 2nd.
as of November
I'll
2nd.
confirm that date as well on the certified payrolls and let y'all know as
Once you
well.
have that, let me know, and that's gonna let me know when to release that check also, because I did get that
I'll let you know.
invoice today.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
I'm sure he will let you know.
Close it out, close it out, close it out.
Lateral drainage project, that's on us,
Yes,
trying to, seeking funding for that project. Going to y'all, hydraulic study. Anything else?
No, sir.
Let's make it, bro. Any questions for GIS? Engineering? That being said, do we have an update from the planning design group concerning Joe's ring
No,
levy project, ring levy
I
project?
like to know the whole up on the ring levels, man. You know,
Nothing that I know of on General Street. We're still waiting to hear back from the state on if they're gonna
Yeah,
waive
right.
their,
but as far as the ring levels.
right.
All right, so nothing on that one. Update from Infinity Engineering.
On the ring levies, we did get a proposal from DDG about 2 weeks ago to provide the design for the ring levies. And that cost was pretty substantial. So we were gonna, I know Jamie has it. He was gonna, I guess, look through it and see, we gotta prioritize which ones we wanna go at and just do it for those instead of
That's fine.
the engineering for all of them. And decide how we're gonna move forward with it.
But Jimmy got.
But we do have it in hand as of, I think last week we received it.
So what's going on with the documents of the mitigation? You ain't heard nothing
It's
back
still in
from-
review by the state.
Still in review? You got that going on.
All right, see, that's it. Anything else? Update from Infinity Engineering on the Parish sewer plant project. Request approval of amendment number 3 for the sewer plant and lift station upgrades.
Yes, sir. Good evening, jurors. Brian with Infinity here. There's no
Yes, sir.
changes. There's no project changes. There's no changes to the project status from the last meeting. I understand the jury's planning to make a decision regarding the approval of our submitted amendment request in the revised total of 32,770. We appreciate your consideration regarding this request. I can answer any questions.
That's included in it. We were supposed to be getting a credit for the removal of the U of Virginia Street, and that is not noted in that amendment that he's referencing.
I can tell you what they are. The total credit, I'm sorry, okay, the credit is applied to 4 tasks that are related to the removal of U of Virginia, the bid phase, construction administration services, resident project representative services, and Davis-Bacon compliance services. The total amount is $126,922. That's a 37% reduction of the combined original fees for the remaining tasks. Further, these tasks are applied as lump sum fees for bidding and CA and estimated T&M fees for resident inspector and Davis-Bacon compliance tasks. So the only reason I say that last part is because the lump sum fees are amounts that you are guaranteed to save. The T&M fees would be, if we did work those hours without the credit, then you would still be paying. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
So the total is 126,922.
I just asked that that be included in the amendment if y'all move forward.
What you say?
I said, I just asked that they would include that in the amendment if y'all decide to move forward with the additional fees.
I can do that, but I'm just saying it here now since it's on the record.
Yes,
I can-
put it in writing. Yeah, definitely.
If y'all agree to approve the
credit,
additional
that
costs
credit
for
that
the
he's talking about
documents.
was on that first proposal, and we kind of pushed that down. But he sent us a revised one, which is not putting the same information or some of the same information that was on the.
Matter of fact, the credit is in writing. It's in an email that was sent. I know to Ebony. I'm not sure if Leroy was copied. But if you'd like it in the amendment request letter, we can do that too.
Y'all as a jury just have to decide whether y'all willing to pay those additional costs for those front end documents. That's where we're at right now.
Right, so, Brian, if you could, for the first item, the two relocations, what was that total, item one?
I have it here, 1 second. Item number 1 is 15,075. Item number 2, which is the removal of Buell, Virginia, is 7,055. And the revised item number 3 is 10,655.
Can I ask a question on that, Mr. President?
Sure.
On
Yes,
that number, Brian, just to be clear, the front end calculation was 13,986. That was the starting point, correct?
13,970.
Okay, the form I'm
And
looking
so,
at.
and so the reduction, I don't have a lot of pieces of paper here in front of me.
It was gonna be
the re-
reduced by 15%, and then you were going to remove, Mr. Chauvin's time, which would have
Yes,
been an
sir.
additional 1450. Is that accurate?
Yes, so removing Raul's time was 1450, and then the 15% profit removal is 1880. A total reduction of about 24% of the overall amendment. For item number 3, it's a reduction of about $3,300, and the revised total is 10,655.
So again, Mr. President, I don't think there's any issue relative to 1 and 2, other than the calculations being submitted to the updated amendment. As it relates to the requested number 3, we had a conference call with Infinity at the end of October. Just to go through the numbers, again, I'm having a very difficult time swallowing these calculations. They calculated, just on time alone, almost 108 hours for front-end materials. I just find that number to be out of, like, extraordinarily high. Just on what they're cutting down on Mr. Chauvin's time as the principal partner. Reviewed juror meeting video and discussed with staff, $580. Reviewed contract and discussed limitations with staff, $870. Again, I cannot, in good conscience, respectfully allow for, I know they're adjusting it now, but this is the original information that was submitted. They're charging for meetings with South Central Planning. They're charging for emails on revisions. And again, to say that it quantified to 108 hours, that's just a very tough pill to swallow, even at a discounted rate. If that puts us at 10,000, I'm a hard no on these calculations from a legal standpoint. At no time was it discussed that we would be billed extra for this, and at no time in the contract is it distinguished that we would be billed in excess of what they're already being paid for the overall time expended for the project itself. If it's the pleasure of the jury to come down to some reasonable number, maybe splitting that accounting to half at a $5,000 calculation, although I don't agree with it 100%, I could say just as a good faith gesture that I would be comfortable in just moving it forward. But again, I just wanted you to have my standpoint as it relates to item number 3 on this amendment.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I don't have Raul with me or on the line, but I would say whatever compromise y'all are willing to make, we would appreciate it. As far as item number 3 goes.
I'll make a motion that we approve items 1 and 2 at this time.
Second that motion.
There's a motion made, is second that we approve items 1 and 2. All in favor? Opposed? That carries.
What you gonna do with item 3?
Item 3, I guess, Brian, you go back to the drawing board and,
You don't go with Mike's recommendation?
You He just
I
threw a
can't make a
suggestion
motion.
out there. I don't know that that was
Yeah,
a
I mean-
recommendation.
It's just, it's, if.
I would appreciate it if I was able to talk to Raul first. I'm not really in a position to make that call. I'm just going on a feeling, but yeah, he's my boss.
All right. Tell him sharpen his pencil. I guess. All right, we don't take no action on 3 for now, Brian. Anything else for us?
That's it. Thank you very much.
Have a good evening.
You too.
On the credit, that's part of the engineering scope that they're just not doing, so we're not gonna be billed for it.
I know,
So-
but we need to have the contract reflect what we actually going to be billed. In the end, your contract and your payments should match.
So I'll make a motion, that we, provide an amendment to the contract to, reduce the contract amount by the, total credited amount.
100 and,
126,922. That was what the original. cost-
126,922.
additional cost was supposed to be.
Okay.
the motion is reduce by 126,922 from what scope of the contract?
That's for the scope of services that were removed from that contract. Well, removed from the project.
Or 26,922 scope of project to make it so. All right, I got a motion by Mr. Blanchard to reduce the scope project by 126,922.
Second.
Second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Anything else on that matter? Next item, update from Special Programs Director, Grant Coordinator. Presentation of program summary for 2025.
But I can go over it. It's for federal programs. It's a summary of, our fiscal year of 2025. And for clients, we, assisted and the amount of money that we spent. Lahib Heating, we assisted of 115 clients with the amount of $52,214. Lahib Cooling, 228 clients with the amount of 107,216. Lahib Crisis, 78 clients, the amount of $24,918. We had a reobligation from 2024 in Lahib Cooling. We serviced 34 clients in the amount of 17,400. And Lahib Crisis 2024 reobligation, we serviced 7 clients at the amount of $2,183.19. CSBG tuition, 2 clients at $980. And the rest was just food for seniors and food bank. That's just for our numbers.
Gotcha. All right, thank you for that. Next one is request approval for president to sign authorized signature request for CSBG funds and expenditure reports for fiscal year 2026. I get a motion for that.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Diaz,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. Next, authorized president approval signed contract for Jolamore Michael Street Drainage Improvement for engineering and design, total cost 173,715. We did that on. All right. So you have update, anything else, T?
I do actually, from Ms. Janice Walker on La Gap and CWEF. The application portal is open for 25-26, and I guess we need to, pick some projects. The maximum allocation per parish for La Gap is 60,000, and for CWEF is 156,000.
How much?
For La Gap is 60,000, and for CWEF is 156,000.
You know what, we spent money on that prior, did we?
Trucks.
Equipment's easy.
We definitely don't need no more trucks.
When it opened up?
Pay for channels.
It's open now.
Oh, it's open
When
now.
does it close?
Yeah, when it closed.
February 28, 2026 by 4 p.m. But we need information before then because I have to get, support letters and some other things.
Could use another culvert cleaner, it would support some of the funding part. That would give us two of them.
On CWEF, we gotta get with BJ at the waterworks.
Okay.
Did you ever,
60,000 would be ours.
Yes. BJ gives her applicable project and then she's gotta come back to y'all for approval.
Oh, how much was the previous culvert cleaner? You remember?
I'll never do that.
45.
So you got 60,000 for,
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
what kind of equipment?
A new culvert cleaner?
What you say, 45 grand?
That was
Years ago.
2017, 2018.
Get a price.
Start looking at it.
Come back
I'll
to
get
it.
the price. I'll bring it to the next meeting.
so Wanda, did you ever get the CEAs out, for the fire department's, allocation?
I've submitted it. I did receive an email, Monday. And I just had to update some information on it, the address and all for the parish, and it's in queue there.
They'll have to spend, I know it ain't gonna take them no time to spend that little money, but they'll
So-
spend it by June.
So you
30th.
got Napoleonville's response?
So I got with Ron and he said it's all equipment.
They say they need equipment.
Right, but you had asked for a little bit more specifics to put in there. So Napoleonville is gonna be SCBA's and Pankerville is gonna be protective equipment and radio equipment.
SCBA's.
SCBA,
What that is.
self-contained breathing air packs.
And what was the other one?
Personal protective equipment, bunker gear, and radio equipment.
Under what grade?
It's the,
Line item appropriation.
It's a line item appropriation money. You know, the other fire departments got theirs, and, did y'all get your, what was it? Contact her, say, oh, we need to get it out, so everybody's getting their money. They gotta spend it by June 30th, which ain't gonna take them long to spend $25,000.
Anything else, T?
That's it.
All right, thanks. We'll have, $60,000 spent for you next week. Update from South Central Planning Development Commission, BG, DRR, CIP, man, got different acronyms. Courthouse Modernization Project, amendment, update.
I'll give an update on that. We're experiencing a little hiccup right now. We thought we had the application filled out complete, but there was an issue. We had the numbers were wrong with the drawings and the planning with the engineering. So we're working on an amendment to that, application, which won't stop anything. It's just holding up on our electing our architectural firm. So beginning next week, we should have that amendment into, OCD and we'll be back on track. But I'm working with, South Central Plan Development to take care of that problem.
Perfect. Update on Ag Center roof project. Joseph's not here. Joseph's coming? Anybody?
No.
He's
I heard too, he's not.
It's taking a while.
still on it?
Well, that's on the contractor, but it needs to be done. All right,
They gotta come with a change order, if something's not working out.
imagine that.
Yeah.
Update on, health unit repairs. Press
So
approval,
I
to
have-
accept the low bid on the roof replacement.
Yeah, I provided the same thing. To you guys. For review of something fact, the roof replacement quotes, I received 3 of them. And requesting approval to accept Complete Gutter Services LLC as the lowest bid on this project.
$27,000.
Do we need a formal contract for that one?
Yeah.
Nikki's already aware of it, yes.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gaz, second by Mr. Blanchard, that we accept Complete Gutter Services LLC, the bid price of $27,000. All in favor? Opposed? That carries. Next item, update on courthouse renovation project and town line, but spend the gap funding required to deadline.
So we had a pre-bid meeting today that took place at our safe room. Actually, the bid will be November the 25th. cutting close to Thanksgiving. Provided drawings for all the contractors that were there, as per, Grace A. Bear's approval, because they advertised theirs on www.centerlinebid.connect.com, and it's free. So I asked if I could submit the drawings that they have provided to us, to those individuals, save some time to move on. Hopefully, hey, we get a lowest bid on November the 25th, we'll be looking to sign a contract, go under contract prior to our expiration of the gap funds for this project.
Did this also get advertised on our website?
Yes, it did.
In the paper? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Did it all properly.
All right, no action from us. No action. Any questions on that, anybody? November 5th,
November 25th.
November 20th. Slow but sure. Update on Shell Beach.
We got a hiccup on that too.
Sir?
We got a hiccup on that too.
We had a hiccup. I received the contracts from CPRA today, and we would need authorization for Leroy to sign them. However, I also received a call from our representative with facility planning. He was reviewing the title opinions that I sent to him. And when Brennan Ordron originally did the title opinions, he had 3 exceptions on it. And the state had their attorney person look at it, and because of exception number 3, which I don't remember what it was, he said we should not have been able to buy title insurance for the project. I did inform him that it was an attorney that prepared the act of sale. It was an attorney that owns the title company that purchased the title insurance for us. And that attorney is also an ADA. So he is going to take it back to his supervisor, but where he called me at this morning, they may have been revoking their funding. So we cannot proceed with advancing on this project until he gets back to me. Because you're supposed to have a clear title before the state gives you money for property.
But they pre-approved us doing it by getting the title insurance.
Oh, no.
So that project's on hold for now.
Yeah.
Yes, but we can get an authorization for Leroy to sign the CPRA agreement in case after he speaks to his supervisor that we would be ready to go.
CP.
Amendment number 1.
You want to motion that tonight?
Yes, sir, please.
Entertain a motion by President to sign CPRA amendment number 1 for the Shell Beach boat launch project.
So moved.
Move by Mr. Blanchard. Second by Mr. Bro. All in favor? Opposed? That carries. We finished with the hiccups? Request approval to go out for 30-day bid for Grant Park improvements.
Some changes were made.
We changed it.
This didn't go out for bid already, and it's too high.
Well, this went off a bid years ago.
Okay, it was yours.
changes were-
It was yours that went out. I'm sorry.
Yes, I changed it.
All right, so motion to go out for bid, 30-day bid.
Motion.
Mr. Diaz,
Motion.
second by Mr. Mathern, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Number 11, request approval of substantial completion for a project known as the Bell Rose Library Walking Trail. And authorize president and secretary to sign all necessary documents.
It'll be tabled.
We go on table number 11.
Pending final invoice from the contractor before we can award substantial completion.
Next, request approval to accept the lowest responsible bill of Sage Construction amount of $491,923.91 with concurrent deduct change order in amount of $152,823.91 for Gilbert to Patty Park approval.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, this is mine. Went out for 30-day bid. Came back very, very high. Had a couple of meetings with the engineer and also the contractor. Basically, the small amount of work that we had that was going on, the subs had the prices very, very high. So We took a lot of stuff out to not only get under budget, but to also give us a little cushion. So, I'm ready to move forward with it. We do have, did provide something in our packet from the contractor, and also from the engineer, where he has agreed to, his price, for that scope of work.
So now 152 now.
No, the total amount is.
491.
No, no. It's in your, tab.
D12.
339,100.
There you go.
How much?
339.
100.
339,
339.
$39,100. That's gonna be, that's gonna be a little bit with it, but
Yeah. No, that's it.
that's all within budget.
Yes, sir. On the
That's
budget.
why it's done.
On the budget. Under.
All right.
For now.
No, you know, I ain't got nothing else to go.
Motion.
I'm gonna say no.
Motion to approve that?
Motion.
So moved. Motion by Mr. Bro, second by Mr. Mathern, all in favor?
Uh,
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. You don't say it, don't it?
Yeah.
Next item, request approval for president to sign all documents related to HMPG Hurricane Francine grant funding requests.
Yes, sir, I put that on the agenda. That's just the basic document for you to sign for the grants, the MOU and different things that need to be signed by the president.
That's a move.
Motion by Mr. Diaz,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Last item, request approval of a 6-foot hardship variance on the west side property line of at 120 Diaz Street, Ward 8.
Yes, so I got a variance request from, Mr. Bro on, for the shed and 2 feet of the property line. His neighbor's okay with it. And we can move forward. Approve.
Signatures on the,
And, neighbors.
motion to entertain the variance. Moved by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed? Variance granted. Any other items? Motion to adjourn. Moved by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
We'll call to order the regular meeting of the Assumption Parish Police Jury for Wednesday, November 12th at 6 p.m. Please rise for the, I'm sorry, let the record reflect one juror is absent, Juror Ponville. Please rise for a prayer to be followed by the pledge. God, who teaches us by sending the light of the Holy Spirit into our hearts, grant that by the light of that Spirit, right judgment may be ours, that we may ever find joy in his guidance. Amen. Prior to saying the pledge, let's just have a brief moment of silence in remembrance of our veterans that were celebrated for Veterans Day yesterday. Thank you.
Say the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any corrections to the minutes of October 8th, October 14th, and October 22nd?
Motion to accept.
Hearing none, motion to accept by Mr. Nakam. Second. Second by Mr. Bro. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment period. This time we accept public comment from anyone in the audience.
Good evening, jurors. My name is Glenn Duncan with Providence Engineering. I'm here with our chief engineer, Andrew Bowl. I don't know how many engineers stand up and say they're proud or glad to work for you, but we're certainly want to acknowledge an event at the Drainage Committee earlier this evening that showed a vote of confidence in us. And I wanted to say thank you for that, and that we are proud and honored to have the opportunity to go to work for you. Simple as that.
Thank you, sir. Second call, any public comment? Last call. Next item, Drainage Committee report. Drainage Committee met at 4:02 today. We had one member absent, Mr. Ponville. We had an update on the Lower Texas Drainage Project. We had an update on the Mare Drainage Project, where we approved moving forward with Providence Engineering for the drainage study for the Mare area pending withdrawal letter from GIS. We reviewed the allocations of the GOMESA funds with no action taken. We approved drainage project at 216 Louisa Street in the amount of $2,515. We approved for the president to sign the CEAs for public works projects with Juanita Abear in Ward 8, Troy Tapia, Ernest Landry Jr. in Ward 9, and Cody Rodrigue in Ward 9. We approved for a culvert replacement at 146 Pecan Street in Ward 6 at a total cost of $769. Item 7 was a repeat of item 4, so that one was skipped. And we approved to purchase a flange and discharge pipe for Andrea Street in the total amount of $4,070.30. Entertain a motion to accept that report.
Motion to accept as read.
Motion to accept by Mr. Carter. Second by Mr. Bro. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. The Finance Committee met following the Drainage Committee report, Drainage Committee meeting. We approved the list of bills submitted through November 7th, 2025. We discussed a freeze on travel for 2026, and the committee recommended that we take no action at this time on that item. The next item, we approved for the jurors to attend the police jury conference in Lake Charles in March of 2026, with the jury only covering hotel room and registration fees. All other expenses will be covered by the individual jurors. We had an update from Mr. Calabro, our ADA, regarding the CEA on the jury room Zoom equipment. We discussed and tabled the idea of purchasing key fobs for all parish vehicles. Will be placed back on the next agenda with additional costs to consider cameras in the vehicles. And we approved to accept the low bidder on the flooring replacement at the clerk of court's office. And that contractor would be Marshall's Interior and Flooring, with the note that they provide the, proper workers' comp insurance. They have 5 business days to do that before we go to the second bidder.
Motion to accept your report.
Motion to accept the report by Mr. Nakhan, second by Mr. Alcorn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Personnel Committee report, Chairman Diaz.
Personnel Committee met at 4:37. All members were present except Mr. Ponville. Item 1, we approved the 4 weeks of FMLA leave for administrative assistant within the admin office. Item 2, we approved to ratify hiring an accountant position, and number 3, we approved to ratify hiring an accountant, the internal auditor position. I present this all in the form of a motion.
Motion by Mr. Diaz, second by Mr. Bro. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Road and Bridge Committee report, Chairman Alcorn.
Yeah, the Road and Bridge Committee met this afternoon. All members were present except for Mr. Ponville. 2 items on the agenda. We gave an update on the road overlay program. In conjunction with that, we approved to allow, CJ Sawwa to go out for 30-day bid for Andre Street in Ward 3. Item number 2, we approved for the president to sign the memorandum of agreement with DOTD for temporary right-of-way access for, removal of debris. I give you those 2 items in form of a motion.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn,
Second.
second by Mr. Mathern. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Engineering Grants Committee report, Chairman Nakhan.
Yes, sir. Engineering Grants Committee met. All members were present except Mr. Ponville. First item, we had an update from GIS Engineering, Jolimore, Bertrandville, Belrose, and Platteville. Authorized the president to sign contract pending ADA approval on the Jolimore project. No update from the planners. We had an update from Infinity Engineering, the Parish Wide Sewer Plant project. And we authorized to reduce the scope of project for 126/9/22. Had an update from the Special Programs Director Coordinator. And we did a update from South Central Planning Development Commission, and we will authorize we'll find project funding, project for the gap funding totaling $60,000. Hopefully we'll have that for you next meeting. With no update on Ag Center project, we had an update on the health unit repairs, which we awarded Complete Gutter Service LLC, the low bidder for $27,000. We had an update on the courthouse renovation project timeline to expand the gap funding project deadline. We had an update on Shell Beach boat launch project and CPRA Amendment 7. Amendment 1. Okay. I can't say. Request approval to go out for 30-day bid for Grant Park improvements.
Can we put that on our central planning website also?
Sure.
Central bidding.
Central bidding.
Central bidding, sure. Got that. Request approval substantial completion, no, that was tabled. Next item, request approval to accept the lowest responsibility bidder for, Sage Construction amount of that was changed to $339,100 for the Gilbert and Patty Park improvements. We, approved the president to sign all documents related to the HMPG Grant C grant funding request. And we approved a variance of a 6-foot hardship on the west side property line at 120 Gillette Street, Ward 8. Present all that in a form of.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
Item, for the record, item number 3, we did approve amendment 1 and 2 for, Infinity Engineering.
Items 1 and 2 on amendment.
On the amendment 3, there you go. There you go.
Okay, so noted.
That's it, boss.
All that form of motion, President.
I second this motion.
Motion by Mr. Nakhan, second by Mr. Alcorn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item, the update from Integer regarding streetlights.
Good evening, y'all. Before we talk about streetlights, I wanted to give you an update on our resiliency projects across the parish. That's the new poles you've been seeing going up. I've heard some positive feedback. So far to date, by the end of this year, we could have changed out over 1,500 poles in Assumption Parish. And next year, we have another 600 or 700 slated to be changed out. So you seeing the progress, you seeing the more of the vertical design, not the wooden cross arms that go across. That's all better for the 150-mile-per-hour rated wind speeds. Majority of what you see in the parish is coming up as steel poles, but we do have some composite wood that are going up. And those are also rated at 150-mile-per-hour rate, wind speed. So I wanted to give y'all that update. What has been approved by the Public Service Commission is this year and next year's poles. And then, what we're concentrating on right now is the main drags, LA 1308, Highway 70, the main, areas of the parish. And then, in 2 years, we go back to the Public Service Commission for the next phase, which will be more of the laterals, more down the streets. So you're probably seeing the main, I know you're getting these questions, so I want to give you all the information. You're probably seeing the main drags and people asking about the streets. That's the next phase coming through. Stub poles, I just got a question about stub poles. As you see them changing them out, what we have to do is cut off the top of the poles and leave the stub pole there, which usually has a communication line still attached. The communication companies, AT&T, Rev, those different companies, won't let us move their lines. So what happens is the Public Service Commission has engines, which is a database that all utilities work in. So when we change out the pole, we report it in the database, and then the utility that's still on that pole has to come remove their lines, and then they let us know when that's done, and then we come remove the poles. Believe me, Energy would much rather do it all in one shot. It saves us time and money, but they won't. Those other companies have union employees, so they can only work on their own lines.
The Public Service Commission is gonna force them to take their lines off those wooden poles and put them on your poles?
Yes. Yes.
See if they would consider putting the street lights that are broken in that contract instead of taking a street light that's broke off an old pole and put it on a new pole. Cause they got street lights with water in them. I spoke to Miss Stacy about it. She said it's not in that contract. I
Yeah.
said, man, maybe they need to consider that.
We amend that contract. I'll make a motion.
I just,
So you might ask
I'm
them
gonna put Big
if
Daddy said.
it's possible.
Yeah, and, we had an issue in Pierreport that I dealt with today. I just talked to somebody, that we didn't switch out the street light. So if y'all come across those, send them to me and I'm getting them straight to the contractor to switch them out. Street lights, I know Mr. Charlie had a list for me. The rest of y'all usually send them in through the parish and it's getting to us, or through the app, which is all working out great. They are no longer making the HPS bulbs, the high sodium bulbs. They're now making only LEDs. So I know that I get calls from the little ladies sometimes that say, Paula, they changed my light, but I want that amber color. I don't want the bright light. They don't make those anymore. So if y'all get those kind of questions, that's why. And our street lights, we are now to a 14-day commit date. So if you turn a street light tomorrow, it's 14 working days. And that's because they stopped making the HPS bulbs. So we having trouble getting all the LEDs in, but we getting all of those come in. So, yeah, as we change them out, they all go on LED. Any other questions for me?
I do have one for you to take a
Yes, sir.
note of. We got some people from No Problem Raceway right here. The streetlights, there are a couple of streetlights that are on 996 that basically service the road coming into No Problem.
Mm-hmm.
The fuse lay is open on those and has been for a while.
Okay.
I sent it in once, but nobody's going to close the fuse lay. I don't know if a power surge or whatever threw it open, but
Okay.
I think that's all it is. And it'll be just south of the entrance to No Problem. They'll see where the transformer is on the pole.
Okay. Anybody else have any right now?
Thanks for the update.
Appreciate you, Paul.
Thank you.
All right, and y'all know how to find me if y'all need me. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I would like to add 2 more lights on this street. She took care of most of the stuff on. But at 116 Dogwood and 116 Palm Lane in Laverdale. We can go on record with this.
You got a Paula?
I got him. He gave me the list.
Table number 12, Mr. President.
All right.
So, Mr. Bro, you're gonna put those on the next agenda, or do you wanna
I'll
deviate?
do it
to-
right now, you deviate or whatever.
That's repairs?
No, that's putting it on.
Oh, you talking about putting it, I thought you was talking about fix the light bulb.
Well, no, we have repairs, but you'll have to give her a list.
Oh, that's, okay.
And I have a lot of them too, I don't know.
Right on
I'm
the next
looking through
agenda,
all
so
this
we have a
information.
record, so we can find out what district is in.
Okay, what lights?
116
Dogwood.
116
That's the earlier
Dogwood.
one in Lavender.
I didn't get the other one.
Palm,
Something on.
116 Palm.
116 Palm, 116 Dogwood.
Dogwood.
Okay.
Item number 12 is gonna be tabled. Item 13, discuss 2026 FAA rodeo, Ms. Sadie Felt.
She is requesting a 50% off rate for the use of the arena for the 2026 rodeo. And she would like to pay for the stall rentals upon completion as she did last year.
And I assume that she will track the use of them and like she has last time and just pass that.
Motion.
Motion approved by Mr. Diaz,
Second.
second by Mr. Mathern. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Anytime someone is given a discounted rate per the AGA, we have to sign the cooperative endeavor agreement with them. So that's authorization for you to sign that reduced rate.
Entertain a motion to approve the president's signature of CEA.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Diaz, second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item, request approval of the affidavit and certificate of redemption pursuant to 2705 Highway 308 Laverdale, and to authorize the president to execute. Mr.
Yes,
Calabro?
gentlemen, this was basically a tax sale. The title attorney, had the prior owner, execute the transfer. There were some outstanding debts related to the parish. So I recommended to the title attorney that we, submit this affidavit for consideration and execution to clear the balance, that has already been paid, as well as clear the title, if that was to pop up in the future. So I'm just, recommending approval on this one.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Nakam,
Second.
second by Mr. Alcorn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for president to sign memorandum of agreement with Department of Health for closed point dispensing sites.
Yes, sir. That's a, normal yearly agreement we sign with the Department of Health. If and when there would be some type of, not if, not when, but if there'd be some type of health emergency in the parish and antidotes had to be handed out, the Department of Health would come in and assist us with doing that type of work, and it's just an agreement between us and them.
Motion. Motion by Mr. Mathern. Second. Second by Mr. Diaz. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval to accept low bid submitted for the demolition, removal, and disposal of the derelict structure located at 241 Vivian Street, Ward 1.
That's not it.
That should be Ward 3.
Yeah.
Not one.
Ward 3.
Well, y'all quick to catch that one.
Yeah, I make a motion.
I second your motion.
And that would be, Lionel Collins, for 3,200. The motion by Mr. Patero, second by Mr. Alcorn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval of the first phase of derelict structure procedure for dwelling located at 240 Vivian Street, Ward 3.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Patero, second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval to adopt ordinance 2520 to levy grass cutting charges totaling $3,631.99.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn, second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for the following occupational license applications: B3 Electric LLC Thibodeau, Deluxe Belrose, Delta Roofers LLC Napoleonville, and Moons and Magpies Napoleonville.
President, I
You wanna
abstained
add,
from the, last one, was the
Motion.
Magpie, not.
Voice on the floor.
I got a motion.
It don't matter.
All right, motion by Mr. Mathern,
Second.
second by Mr. Carter. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mike understand.
Motion carried. Just a note that Mr. Diaz abstained on, Moon and Magpies. Request for approval for the following liquor license application, deluxe. Tamika Spencer, 6019 Highway 308, Bell Rose.
That's in my area, so move.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn,
Second.
second by Mr. Bro. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for the following temporary liquor license. Pierport Bell River Business Group, Joanne Leo, 3304 Highway 7 in Pierport for, December 13th and 14th.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Mathern,
Second.
second by Mr. Bro. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval of a can shake permit for Friends of the Library, December 6th.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Alcorn,
Don't wanna know in a while.
second by Mr. Bro. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. I had a request for deviation for, an occupational license that was submitted and did not make the agenda.
Motion to deviate.
One second.
Two lights.
Motion to deviate by, Mr. Nakam,
Second.
second by Mr. Alcorn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
First item to deviate is for occupational license.
Yeah, this occupational license for Carter's Construction.
And the second one is
LLC.
for, two lights for Mr. Bro. All right,
You have anything else?
go ahead.
Yeah, so the occupational license is for Carter's Construction, 141 Blackwell Lane, Belrose.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Nakam, second by Mr. Alcorn, all in favor?
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Public comment, any public comment regarding this deviation? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Second
And the
item
second
is-
deviation is,
Yeah,
a
two lights.
request for lights for Mr. Bro.
Is, Farm Lane, 116 Farm Lane and 116 Dogwood Lane. In Lavender. In District number 1.
Just pending verification that they're in the lighting district.
We gotta verify which one. They all are this week. And we got a map that you put up. Thank you for that. Second is motion.
All right, motion by Mr. Bro, second by Mr. Nakam, any public comment? Second call, last call, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion adjourned.
Motion carried, motion adjourned by Mr. Nakam,
Second.
second by Mr. Alcorn, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, just a reminder, the next meeting is on Tuesday, November 25th, not Wednesday, before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we meet on Tuesday night, not on Wednesday night.